Okay, morning everybody. So today we are going to start into chapter 4, section 2, and this is just more kind of the same. We are going to continue to discuss slope intercept form. I'm going to show you how to graph from a slope and a point. We're also going to show you how to write an equation from just 2 points. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to look at real quick is the definition of slope-intercept form. Hopefully by now you know what that is. It is y equals mx plus b. And the two pieces of important information that we have in that equation are going to be the slope and the y-intercept. So we do need m and we do need b in order to write an equation of a line, or even graph an equation of a line. You need both of those pieces of information. And so here are the steps to what we're going to do. You want to find M, you want to pick a point, you want to find B, and then we're going to write the equation. So let's do this. This says write a linear equation that passes through the point 2, 1 and has the slope of 3. So here's what we need, right? So we have y, whoops, I don't want to use that. We have y equals mx plus b. And we are looking for m and b. That's what we need to write an equation, m and b. So let's look at what we're actually given in the problem, however. Okay, so if we look over here, slope of 3. So when you see the word slope, you should automatically know that that number right there is our m. Okay, so we have found m. That's good. So we do know that we found m. I'm going to write this, m and b. So I can I'm going to go over here. I'm going to highlight as we know what we have. We have an m right there. Now, in order to solve an equation, you can only have one unknown. So that means y, m, x, and b, we should be able to find 3 of the 4. So let's see, we have m. Now, if we look and see, we have an ordered pair here. Now, that ordered pair is actually x and y. So if I go and highlight x, this is x. So I have an x. This is y. I have a y. So what you can see now is that the unknown that we have, we do not know what b is. Okay. Now, the bad part about that is in order to write the equation of a line, you need m and b. We don't know b. So we need to solve for b. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to plug in all of the numbers that we do know. We know what y is. We know in y equals mx plus b. We know y is 1. So I'm going to put a 1 in right there. We know m is 3. So I'm going to put a 3 in there. We also know that x is 2. So I'm going to put a 2 there. And you can see that now we do not know b. So b is the one that we're going to have to solve in this equation. So 3 times 2 is 6. Everything else is going to come down for now. Whoops. This is a b. And now I need to solve for b by subtracting 6 from both sides. And when I do that, I get -5 equals b. Now that's great because this allows us to write our equation now. Remember, in order to write an equation, you have to know m and b. In the original problem, we knew what m was, but we did not know what b was, so we had to solve for it. Now that I know what m and b are, I can write the equation. And that equation is going to use the 2 green highlighted parts. So in y equals mx plus b, we have y equals 3x plus, and that wouldn't be plus, it would actually be -5, since it's a -5. This right here is our equation of the line that we would have that would go through the point 2, 1 and have a slope of +3. So let's try another one. So once again, we're looking for a line that passes through the point 4, -7, and we want it to have a slope of -1. So let's go through. We're going to label everything that we have. This is our x, this is our y, and this is our m. Okay, now remember again, in y equals mx plus b, we actually need m and b to write an equation of a line. Now we don't have b. We have m, and we have x and y. So we're going to have to solve for b. So let's substitute that in. So in y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, the y value is -7. The m value is -1. The x value is 4. And we do not know what b is. So we're going to have to solve for it. So I have -7 equals -4 plus b. From there, I'm going to add 4 to both sides. -3 equals b. Now we know what b is. So couple that with knowing what m is, and now we can write our equation, which is y equals -1x minus 3. That's the equation of the line. Okay, just another same type of equation. I'm going to label x and y and m. So we have those. Remember, y equals mx plus b. In order to write an equation of a line, you need m and b. We do not have b, so we're going to have to solve for it. So y is -3. So in y equals mx plus b, y is -3. M is 1/2. X is 2. And we don't know what b is, so we'll solve for it. So we're going to start by multiplying 1/2 times 2, which is 1. Then I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides, and I get b equals -4. So now that I know what b is, I also knew what m is from the original problem. I can write my new equation. Y equals 1/2 x minus 4. There's the equation of the line. Okay, so you can see kind of the overview of how these work. They give us x, y, and m. You have to solve for b. Once you solve for b, you substitute it back in to y equals mx plus b along with the slope, and you get your equation. Okay, I'm going to skip the next one because it's the same as the last 3 that I just did, and we're going to move on to E. So this wants us to write a linear equation that passes through the point 4, -5, and has a slope of 0. So this one's a little trickier, right? So this is x and this is y, but what makes this tricky is the m is 0. The slope is 0. So just to give us an idea of what this is going to look like, actually, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. I'm going to put -5 in for y. I'm going to put 0 in for m. I'm going to put 4 in for x. And then I'm going to leave b blank because we don't know what it is. Now, we can see 0 times 4 is 0. So that goes away. I have -5 equals b. Well, that was pretty easy, right? So we know what our b is. We know what our m is, so now we can write our equation. Y equals 0x minus 5. Now the 0 will go away, so we're just left with y equals -5. Now, if you remember anything about what I showed you in the last video, when you just have y equals a number, that is going to give you a horizontal line. And so that number right there, y equals -5, is just going to be a horizontal line through y equals -5. So if I start at the origin, I go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gives me a point right there. And the slope is 0, so there is no rise, there's only a run. And let me see if I can do this again without my pen skipping. There we go. And you can see 4, -5 would be right there. So this is a line that has a slope 0 that runs through the point 4, -5. Okay, we'll do 2 more here. So this again has a slope of 0. Okay, so this is x, this is y, this is m. Y equals mx plus b. The y is 2. The m is 0. The x is -3. Okay, we do not know what b is yet, but 0 times -3 is 0, so we have 2 equals b. So 2 is my b, 0 is my m, so I can write my equation. Y equals mx plus b. 0 times x is 0, so I get y equals 2. And once again, y equals 2, that is a horizontal line through the number 2 on the y-axis. So you just draw a line like that, and it keeps skipping. That one didn't turn out as well as it should have. There we go. And we have a line. Okay. Now the last special case that we're going to talk about is when you have an undefined slope. And so an undefined slope, if a 0 slope is horizontal, then an undefined slope is going to be vertical. So this is going to be a vertical line that goes through the point 6, 7. Now this one is different. This is a different case than all the other ones because we don't have an m and a b for this, okay? When you see this word undefined slope, you should immediately know that it's going to be a vertical line. And it's really easy to graph, and it's really easy to write an equation. All you have to do is go to the point 6, 7. So start at 6, 1, or start at 0 and count to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put a big dot right there. And this is simply going to be a vertical line right through there like that. Okay? Now, undefined lines are always of the form x equals, and they simply take the x value. Whatever the value is in the ordered pair, you will just simply write x equals. So hopefully my light would quit going out. I know I look like I'm waving, but I'm trying to get the light to come back on. So sorry about that, guys. There we go. If I stand up, it'll come back on. So this is simply going to be x equals 6. And that's all there is to this one. These are a lot easier. The last one, this is also, if you look right here, it's an undefined slope. As soon as you see undefined, the only thing you need to do is look at the x value and just write x equals -4. And then you can go over to -4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then draw your vertical line right through there. And then you've got a graph. Okay, so there you go. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great day.